We have more now on our breaking news. Two senior U.S. officials telling CNN that the U.S. and Yemen are now looking at fresh targets for a potential retaliation strike in Yemen. It's, of course, located on the southern tip of the Arabian Peninsula. The Christmas Day bombing suspect allegedly told officials that that's where he picked up his explosives. That is where he had received his training. CNN's Mohammed Jamjoon reports on the area from his base in Dubai, and I spoke with him about all this earlier this evening. Mohammed, explain to people why Yemen has become such a magnet, such a haven for many militants.
Well, Campbell, Yemen is a very poor country in a very rich neighborhood. I mean, Yemen is bordered by some of the wealthiest countries around. To the north is Saudi Arabia, the largest oil exporter in the world, key strategic ally to the U.S. Yemen is a country beset by lots of problems, lots of militancy. It's very poor. The borders are very porous, so it's very easy for militants to come there from countries like Afghanistan and Pakistan. They also have a big refugee problem, people coming in from Somalia as well. They can get in easily, they can get out easily. While they're there, they can disappear, they can train with militant groups if they believe in that kind of an ideology. And there's not much that the Yemeni government can do about it. It's not even just that it's now. For a while now, the Yemen government has been pretty weak and ineffective, so it's seen as a real hub for these kinds of groups because they can operate there very effectively. Campbell?
And to that point, Yemen's foreign minister has acknowledged that there are hundreds of al-Qaeda members operating there. What do we know specifically about al-Qaeda's operation?
Well, we know that there are pockets of al-Qaeda throughout the country, and it's more worrisome than that, too. I mean, it's a resurgent, a very strong al-Qaeda. Many people are shocked by this, but the analysts that study Yemen and really look at it can't be that surprised by it. In the past year alone, you've seen Saudi al-Qaeda and Yemen al-Qaeda merge their operations. They also now comprise al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. They're bigger, they're stronger. They've been able to carry out attacks that have really shocked not only neighboring countries, but the U.S. Just a few months back, they almost assassinated Saudi Arabia's anti-terror chief. And because they're there and because they're so strong, many people are looking at it going, we just didn't realize. We knew that al-Qaeda was there, but we didn't realize that they were this powerful and that the government was this weak to really combat them effectively.
Well, to that, you mentioned that twice now, that they have this, a weak government that's the source of a lot of these problems, and yet we know the U.S. is giving them tens of millions of dollars in foreign aid, a lot of that aimed at trying to help them fight terrorism. So why isn't it working? Why haven't they been able to get their arms around this a little bit better?
Well, many of the experts that I've spoken to they said they simply waited too long. I mean, Yemen and the Yemeni government feel that they've been neglected by their regional neighbors, that they haven't received the aid that they've been needing for quite a while now. Yemeni government officials have acknowledged that they've been battling militancy since the early to mid-90s, and it's only been getting worse. And it's really only in the past few years, and especially since 2001, that the U.S. government, the Saudi government, other regional governments and allies of Yemen have sort of woken up to how bad the problem is getting, realizing that they must do something about it, not just in order to help out Yemen and to help out the government, but because they know that if they don't, that this violence is going to spill over into other countries.
Mohammed Jamjoon joining us from Dubai tonight. Appreciate it. Thanks so much.